Map is so laggy, but it's where everyone has their shops. Okay, just some random banners. Sure. Ah. Yeah. Thought I found us a place. I mean, hi, welcome to the stream. Really? You just have a tech skiff parked over here. Okay, so this area is taken. Can't build in Viking Bay. Hi, welcome to the stream. This area is taken. I mean, I don't see anyone here, but it's apparently taken because there is a dino leash. I don't know if it's someone new, just getting started here, because they have nothing. I would build in the sky, but you see, it's not quite like Minecraft. It's extremely difficult to build in the sky, and there are building height limits. Walls can't be higher than 14. Sabreteeth! Why aren't you fighting back? Okay, that was weird. I don't know if that was lag or if I had something in my hand. Maybe I had the map out. Okay, this area is nice, but it is full of Sabreteeth. I know what area I'd like. Oh, and it's available. It's just not that flat, and it's gonna be difficult. Still possible. Check up here. Up here is a great place. It's a nice view. But considering that it is not taken, I don't think we're gonna be allowed to build here. They're so strict about certain locations in Ragnarok where you can or can't build, and just the fact that there's no one here makes me think it's probably not allowed. Although even right here would be great. This is a big enough area, we don't really need a super big base on here. Like, I get why they say no building in Viking Bay because that is a lot of spawn locations for players, and people get trapped in other people's fences and then they have to bother admin to get them out. I don't know. I doubt it. Castle's probably off limits. Or possibly used by admin, I'm not sure. I do know one other, like, really great area. Oh, those are allosaurs. Hello, allosaurs. You've never seen a Shadowmane, have you? That is the big issue with trying to build on Ragnarok. Like, I don't know what areas are available, and I don't really want to bother an admin having them follow me around saying, okay, is this area available? Like, can I build here? But with as many rules that they have in place on here, that might be what I have to do. This is actually a pretty nice spot. Nice cliff overlooking the water. Great for training Shadowmanes. Well, if the admin aren't real, then that I guess I have imaginary kind of friends. Like, this is definitely a nice place. I don't think there's room here for a teleporter. I would have to put it down there on the lower platform. But with Shadowmanes and Ravengers, getting up and down from here shouldn't be a problem at all. And I should be able to build a fence to keep allosaurs out. The issue is there is a path here. Okay, it's not actually a cave, so I shouldn't get in trouble for building here. Although, what I'm going to do is try to take a picture of me standing up here and make sure that I am allowed to build here. Oh, I still have Twitch open. Oops. Make sure I don't get people's conversation in there. I don't exactly know where I should ask this. I guess, is there a chat for Ragnarok? Yes. Hopefully someone gets back to me soon. Just muting other servers for a few minutes because I can't. They're commenting so much that I can't see what's happening anywhere else. But anyway, that is not what I meant to do. Don't go running off a cliff, please. Bought this Shadowmane and now I am kinda stuck on this map until she's fully grown. Why do you... I don't have kibble. What do you, I already did the imprint. Yeah, funny thing is I don't get notifications when I'm off of Discord. But when I'm on Discord, I get the little pop-ups on the screen. Well, I don't mind them when there's not a conversation between like 10 people happening in a public server. Which usually isn't that often when I'm online, it's just, it seems to happen a lot when I'm trying to do something. But yeah, I came on here, I was mainly looking for Ferox. No one has said they have any. Oh, there's more people online now. Ask again. Be in 3 servers. Yeah, I'm in a lot of servers because people keep inviting me and I feel bad saying no. But like, I do not have time to be active in the 40-something servers I'm in. Someone does have Ferox for sale. But that's totally not concerning. I only have 30,000, so. Between trying to do YouTube and Twitch and be a mod for other people and try to keep my shop somewhat active on here, taking care of animals, doing my paying job, which is washing dishes, and the billion other things I do, I don't have a lot of free time for Discord. Oh, 15K, I can afford 2. I think this is the guy that gave me the sandwich. He was running around while I was waiting on my Shadowmane to age, and then he just like threw me a sandwich and a milkshake thing. I don't know, free food. did you take fall damage? Okay, so you didn't take fall damage in that one, but you took fall damage in the other two. Okay. Arc logic. That is an abandoned Shadowmane. Poor abandoned Shadowmane. If I get back over here in like 26 hours, 26 and a half hours, I can claim her. Or him. It doesn't say male or female. I should be able to find my way back to that cliff. No one's responded. That's a Giga. It's a nice Giga, but it's not a Ferox. And that's an Alpha Wyvern. That is terrifying. I think they had to win like some competition thing or donate for the Alpha. Waiting for a Ferox. It was supposed. It is. Okay, one of them was, but they left. I'm not sure if the one with the Giga was the right person or not. I guess we sit here and wait. Because they left. Sandwich. Just casually waiting for Ferox. I guess while I'm waiting, I start letting her age up again. Because I cannot transfer her until she does. Why do you keep wanting imprint? That's 3 times. Yeah, I'd say, sadly, until they fix the glitch, I'd say probably keep a small axolotl pond or tank and just put them in buckets before you go offline. It's annoying, but it's the only way I can think of to actually keep them safe. We'll go wait over here. Oh. There they are. Why are you imprinting again? What is wrong with you? Are you broken? Guys, I think my Shadow Man's broken. She's also stuck on a tree. So that's nice. This is the guy. He's just not saying nothing. Oh, it's looking at me. Casually waiting. The heck? Who's exploding things? Oh, that might have actually been his tech armor. Okay, I guess I came all the way over here for nothing, because it doesn't look like I'm getting a Ferox. I'm sad now. But at least we're back over here when she's old enough to transfer. Considering that area has the chance of Allosaurs spawning, I probably won't leave any animals unless I leave like 5 or 6 Shadow Mains that are fully leveled up on neutral up there in a fenced in area. Oh. Ferox. $13, $14, $15. It doesn't talk very much. But this is a nice Ferox. Like black, blue, purple, and red. Well, I'm sure the Ferox doesn't talk much either, but the guy that sold him to me doesn't talk much, is what I meant. Now I have a Ferox. My character's hair looks terrible as it's growing out, but it'll get better. I actually found a new hairstyle that I kind of like. It's, some of it's braided and then some of it's not. And it's actually kind of nice. Yeah, most of the hairstyles aren't so great. Like, I'm fine with the ponytail, but it does get boring to always have a character with a ponytail. So I decided to try some new ones, and I kind of like this one. I would still prefer new styles be added, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. This game's been around for so long. No one tell Matt, but I gave his character a makeover. Almost grown now. Came over here to look for Ferox. I end up finding someone with a red shadow mane. I decide, okay, I can go buy a female. It's at least a female that's probably not related to mine. Yeah, and they're rushing to get Arc 2 out, as far as I can tell, so it's gonna be a buggy mess as well, and it's just nothing anyone can do about it, because they want to push it too soon. True, he did give my pixel art a makeover, so he kind of deserved it. Does Ahsoka have a beard again? Did he manage to do that before his PS4 died? I mean, yeah, they could take their time and not push to get this out so quickly and actually make sure that the game works, but, you know, they're not going to. And it seems crazy to me that they are trying to get the game out, like, I think last thing I heard was end of this year, early next year, and they're still not even done with this game. They still have 2 maps being worked on, as far as I know, for this game. Like, why are you pushing part 2 so fast? Because there's one coming pretty soon that's gonna have like 3 new animals added. And then, I'm pretty sure they are not gonna release it this year. I just don't think there's any way it's gonna be done. And then they actually have as far as I know, they still have a separate team working on the underwater map. I haven't seen any updates on it in a while, but I don't think it's been canceled. I mean, looking at how things have gone recently, Genesis 2 got delayed by 5 months. I don't think Arc 2 is coming out this year. Muffin, I'm doing my Minecraft Let's Play episode 500. Okay, house is finished. That concludes episode 500 of my Let's Play. That's why there's 500 episodes. They're like 10 seconds long. Oh no. Good luck with that. Oh, she's fully grown. And the Ferox is already grown because you can't carry them if they're not. Any name suggestions for this Shadowmane or this Ferox before I start transferring stuff? I already know where I want to build, but I don't really want to. I thought it was going to take longer to find a place, to be honest. But someone said as long as there's no sign, there shouldn't be a reason I can't build there. Be right back. Back. Now I gotta upload all this stuff again. At least I managed to get rid of like 35,000 that metal that I don't have to upload now. Came over here with one animal, 50,000 metal, and bunch of stuff. Leaving with bunch of stuff, 3 animals, and 15,000 metal. Also a free sandwich. I don't think I can transfer my sandwich. That's disappointing. I can transfer my sandwich! Also, apparently should have brought extra cryopods because that guy did not give me a cryopod for my my Ferox. I don't even think I got another cryopod for my Shadowmane, apparently. I thought I did, but I only see one. Did I lose a cryopod? I might have lost a cryopod somewhere. I'm guessing I lost a cryopod somewhere, but it's fine. It's not that important. I have plenty. It's like one of my animals carrying it? No. I do have some berry bush seeds though, and those might be worth transferring. They do add up after a while. Make sure I didn't leave anything I need behind. Nope. Back to Crystal Isles I go. What house? And, it could be Pat's. I think Pat was on there once or twice. It could be something Matt was working on. What am I doing? Crystal. Going to Crystal House. That's what I'm doing. It's a good thing I didn't end up getting more than one Ferox because I wouldn't have a good... Oh, yeah. Now she gets on there sometimes. Oh, that's what happened. I forgot to put the cryopod in. I forgot to upload it, so it's fine. I do have one. But yeah, I wouldn't have had a. Wouldn't have had a lot of cryopods. I would have had enough to bring home one more Ferox or one more Shadowmane. Because I can teleport with one Ferox on my shoulder. I like how I actually had to take a pair of scissors over there because I wanted to change the color of my hair. One thing I am thinking about doing is expanding our base a little bit on here. Ah! Trampled by Shadowmanes. Okay. Ferox on my shoulder. Unnamed Shadowmane and Cryopod. Games being laggy. No, stay on the teleporter. Alright, you seem to be fine. Sandwich. Oh. That's why I got an adult one. He was probably breeding it. Or actually using it and just decided to sell it. Because the addiction thing only goes up if someone's actively feeding it element. I don't know. I was kind of hoping they'd be a little smaller than they are, like closer to a Sabertooth size, but they are huge. As you can see, I have a rainbow of Shadowmanes. We also still have Stickbug and Alpha Slayer out, and Mr. Unicorn. And Matt's bird. Ah! Stuck under Shadowmanes. And then inside is my otter named General Grievous. Of course he did. Why am I not surprised by any of this? And that's great. I don't remember what blocks I used for Anakin's eye color. Okay, Unicorn, let's go tame something. Turtle! Hello, turtle. You want to be tamed? This unicorn is overpowered. And the unicorn was just like a gift from some random person. It might not have been a random person, it might have been someone I had talked to a few times before, but I was asking for a unicorn, they said they'd just give me a unicorn. I got free unicorn. I don't know what to name him though, so I've just been calling him Mr. Unicorn. And now I have a giant turtle. I don't know what to do with the giant turtle, but I have it. Well, I lost it. And I don't have eggs to tame it anyway, so. Oh, wow. That was faster than expected. Oh, it's only level 70. I would tame it for griffin taming, but like I do that when I do griffin taming on my own, I do it on foot without an animal, so. One thing I think would be, it would be hilarious to do, but I would be scared that I would lose some animals. Just like having the rainbow Shadowmanes following me while I'm riding a unicorn into battle on the PvP server. I mean, the Shadowmanes would probably do a lot as long as they're not fighting Gigas, but I'd most likely lose a few of them and the unicorn. That's my big issue with PvP. That I don't want to lose my animals, so I don't mess with the PvP server much. Like, I know it's there. If I ever need to fight someone, it's there. But so far, I've only had an issue with one person, and they wanted to fight with animals with mutations, and I was like, no, if we're fighting, this is an unarmed player versus player, not animals, because I don't want my animals getting killed. Did you flip Matt's house? Yeah, I do think that would be funny, just raiding someone's base with an army of rainbow shadow mains led by a crazy person riding a unicorn. Okay. Okay, two things I should do if I'm going to leave them out of cryopod. I need to give the Ferox some berries, and I probably need to go get some more fish for General Grievous, because she is going to start starving. Okay, she actually has 600 something fish. She's fine. Oh, I changed the name of most of the shadow mains, most of the bright colored ones, rainbow ones. I just need a light blue for Glaceon now, which I do have a light blue, but it's not solid light blue. There's different colors on it. But I want a light blue and a white one, so I might change the white one's name to Eevee instead of the red. Bird, do you have food? I don't like this bird, but I'm taking care of it, I guess. I'm not doing a very good job. Okay, bird, I will go get you some food. Sure. Umbreon can get the food. Best part about this pond here is it is a great place to get food for shadow mains. Well, when you can see what you're doing in the water anyway. I think a big issue I have with like trying to play on Ragnarok is there are so many players and so many bases built that animals just don't spawn there anymore. Like before I started the stream, I must have spent 5 or 10 minutes just looking for food for the baby shadow main. I finally had to go swimming in the ocean and kill a megalodon for food, because I couldn't find a single animal on land. So like the only places for hunting are in the water or Viking Bay, because people aren't allowed to build in Viking Bay. Well, the Crystal Isles one isn't as strict. Like, you can build pretty much anywhere. I think the only place you weren't allowed to build was the place where the admin shop was going, and someone actually got in trouble for building there. But I feel like the admin shop should have either been worked on the first day, if they were gonna put it, or just at least someone left a sign saying don't build here, admin shop location. Which neither of those things were done. So someone else had to relocate their base. actually prefer the Crystal Isles map. It's just, anytime I want to buy anything anymore, I have to come on Crystal Isles, because that's usually where I start out. Make sure I have plenty of ingots ready, and either put them in the obelisk first and hope that I find someone selling something I want, or I have to go to the other map, find people that have stuff that I want, and then come back to Crystal Isles, upload everything, go back over there, spend the time downloading everything. Then I have to wait for the animals to age up, because most people sell baby animals and you can't transfer babies. So it gets really annoying and complicated to try to buy stuff from people anymore, because no one wants to stay on Crystal Isles, and I don't understand that, because Crystal Isles, to me, in this cluster, Crystal Isles is a better map to play on than Ragnarok, because Ragnarok is so full of people and so laggy, and there are so many restrictions on building. But as you can see, I'm the only person online on Crystal Isles right now. True, I guess. I'm sure some people actually probably switched to mainly the PvP, and right now I think some of them are on the, it's supposed to be like an ARK version of Monster Hunter as a roleplay thing, and I thought it was an interesting idea, but I don't want to go over there and play it alone. And right now I don't have anyone to play ARK with. Like, literally the only person, there is one person, but she's hardly ever on, and we've never talked in a party chat before. And then the other person on my friend list that still plays ARK is an admin. So, like, he's probably helping run that server. I am honestly thinking about when the new map comes out, building a base up on the new map. Like, I would have really liked to build a base on Genesis 2 when it was popular, because there were so many people and you could find shadow mains everywhere. But Genesis 2 was just as glitchy as Genesis. And it was crashing, and it's really difficult to play on, and it's annoying that it's so difficult, but that's just how it is for Genesis and Genesis 2, because even though it took so long to release them, they're still broken. And I mean, as annoying as it is to have to wait for something to release because it's been delayed, if you're gonna delay it in the first place, please keep delaying it until it's actually ready and working. Don't release broken stuff, especially not when it's something people have to pay for. And Genesis was delayed for 5 months. Genesis 2 was delayed for 5 months, and it's still, a lot of crashes were happening when it released. And with Genesis, it's been out for over a year, And I still can't even play on it very much. Because even in a solo game that is not online, it is just me, it still crashes. If you jump over a rock, it crashes. If you run too fast, it crashes. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the animals. I like the new variant. I like the X variants that they did. Feroxes are some of my favorite animals in the game now. I like the new variants of the rock golems. The problem is, it is so broken that I literally cannot handle playing on it, because every time it crashes I just get mad. Especially when I'm on the server and you're talking. I'm playing on Genesis alone because Matt hates it because it crashes so much. And Peppy doesn't have it, and me and Matt are actually, we want him to get it so he can play it with us and have the animals and the chibis that he wants. But the problem is, we also at the same time don't want to push him to get it because of how broken it is. It's $35 for 2 broken maps. Or $27 if you happen to find it on sale. And playing on a server, playing alone on a server, is very difficult already in the first place. I'm already getting killed by everything because it's really difficult. There weren't really drops there, supply drops, so I couldn't get decent weapons or anything. I couldn't find anyone to sell me anything because no one's playing on it because it's so broken. I would crash in the middle of fighting an animal and come back and I'm dead and I have to go search for my body to get my stuff back, what little I had. And then I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was around the time that they were talking about the server wipe. And I'm thinking, okay, the server wipe, it's probably happening. I wasn't playing as much. I was dealing with a lot of stuff outside of the game, and I was only offline on Genesis for a few days. I come back and all of my stuff is gone. My animals are gone, my base is deleted, and I thought I had 14 days. I was not off of it for 14 days. Then I find out that if you don't put in a base watch request on the Discord server and get it approved, they delete your base after 8 days. And either impound your animals or just straight up kill them. Sometimes they don't even impound them. And if they end up in the impound, it's like 15,000 metal per animal to get it back. So as much as I like the people on this cluster, and I'm friends with some of the mods, it is difficult. And this is what happened. My base literally, like I said, I came back and everything's gone. And I couldn't get anyone to admit to deleting my stuff. So I don't even know who did it. And I don't even think I was gone for 8 days. I think it was more like 6. And I wasn't warned or anything, so Like, all they had to do was message me on Discord and say, hey, your timers are about to be up, or hey, you can't build in this area, and I would have said, okay, I'll handle it. No one messaged me. There was nothing done. Half of the admin and mods know me. Even at this time, when we had only been on the server for a few months, most of them knew me because I was so active on the Discord server. But yeah, then maybe. But yeah, so basically I wasn't even given a chance to get my animals back either. And I'm honestly thinking, since no one bothered to message me and there was no sign left there, they probably just killed the animals or left them there to die. And then, actually, before the server wipe, I'm lucky we didn't lose our stuff sooner, because there was like almost a week there that I literally could not get online. There was nothing I could do. And I mean, so far, like I said, most of the admin I've met, most of the mods, they've all been great. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they all are. Because there are still some that I haven't met. But yeah, but not too long before the server wipe was when literally I didn't have power for 3 days. Then when my power was back on, my internet was really glitchy because everything going on. We were asked to conserve energy for another 2 or 3 days, so I couldn't do anything, you know? And now we're actually being asked to conserve energy some again because they're worried it's going to happen again because of the heat. When before it happened because of the cold. And I actually haven't heard anything else about that in a while, but they were literally threatening in 100-degree temperatures. Threatening to start cutting everyone's power off if we didn't start conserving energy. And see, that's what happened during the cold. They were basically trying to do controlled blackouts, I guess, and it was just, you know, horrible. People were freezing. People died trying to keep themselves warm because no one prepared for the cold when they were told it was coming. They had time, they just chose not to. And people lost their lives because of this. You're talking whole families that were dying from carbon monoxide poisoning trying to keep themselves warm. Because one family left their car on in their garage. One family left the barbecue pit lit in their house. One lady even lost her entire family, her husband and her kids, because they were trying to keep themselves warm and something happened and the house caught fire. She was the only one that survived it. And you could tell she had tried to go in the house because her hands were burned. Her neighbor had to stop her from trying to go back in again. It was horrible. Yeah. I mean, that is the main problem, is you can argue that they should have done research or known not to do stuff like that, but it was just people getting desperate trying to keep their kids warm. The only reason I didn't lose some of my animals was because we had a fireplace. Because my poor hamster would have froze to death. My dogs would have froze if we didn't have the porch that we have. Because the way we were able to keep them warm is we had 3 kennels set up on the porch. We had a tarp blocking the only part of the porch that's not covered. And then we had wood shavings put in the kennels to try to keep them warm. Yeah, even with our fireplace going, we were still freezing. And we weren't prepared for them to shut our power off for 3 days, so we didn't have extra blankets washed and ready. Which, from now on during the winter, I'm making sure I have jackets and blankets and anything else that we can keep ourselves warm, washed and set up in a place where we can find them. Because literally everyone almost froze. My grandparents almost lost one of their dogs. They had been laying in their bed together with the dogs, trying to keep their dogs warm and themselves warm, because they're in a trailer, and they wouldn't come over here. I don't know why they wouldn't come over here, because they could have. But they wouldn't, and one of their dogs had gotten up, I guess, to go pee, and later they noticed she hadn't come back. By the time they found her, she was almost frozen. She was barely moving. They finally got her warmed back up, and she made it through it, but they almost lost her. And through all of this, everything going on, stores were closed, most fast food places were closed because they had no power. And then when they did have power, they didn't have supplies because everything was ruined. Everything that had to be kept in a freezer or a fridge, you know? Finally, we did find a few places open, but they were so crowded we were having to sit there for almost an hour just to get food. And that's when we went to Chick-fil-A. They have like 3 lines set up, and they're trying to wait on people. This is the only fast food place in the area that's open. So you can imagine, people who have been without power for, at this point I think we had been without power for a day and a half. So you can imagine, people are hungry, people are moody, you're cold, and you just want to get your food. And for me, I had low blood sugar because I hadn't eaten anything, because we just had no way to cook food. So, but we're waiting in line, and a guy cuts in front of us and then tries to start a fight with us. And we're trying to explain that we've already been waiting for half an hour, and I'm in the car shaking, can barely hold the menu that they've given us, and the dude just won't stop, and he's getting mad and then cuts in front of us anyway. That's ridiculous. I didn't know that. They did this day so they didn't have to wait for people to, you know, actually pick what they wanted, because there was so many people. I swear there was probably over 100 cars in this line. Then on one of the days we even, actually I think 2 different days, we tried to go to Walmart and they just weren't open. Yeah, that's not how it works. I mean, I'm all for people believing what they want to believe, but, like, some things can't be fixed that way. I know I kind of just quit. I was subscribed to Butch Hartman's YouTube channel and watching his videos, and then I saw some clips during a stream where he was like being nasty to people who were asking questions, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with this guy. You can't just do that to your fans. Wow. That is extremely weird. I don't know what else to say to that, honestly. Like, that's not the case at all, and I mean, one could argue that some cartoons that are out now are actually amazing. I mean, most of them have ended in recent years, but still. And I'm usually not the person for dark humor, but BoJack Horseman is probably one of the best cartoons I've ever seen. And although that is for adults, it's still a cartoon. Like, I've recently been thinking about rewatching BoJack Horseman, but just in the mindset I've been in, I know the dark humor is not a great thing for me, so I haven't yet. Eventually I will. Like, the dark humor and some of the sad topics and stuff. Not the best thing. I mean, a lot of Netflix original cartoons are actually really good. I haven't watched many that have aired recently, other than like yeah, like I've been wanting to rewatch Supernatural, but I know I have not been in the right mindset for it. Same with Game of Thrones. Especially the ending of Game of Thrones. No, not again. I just realized we have a red, white, and blue Ferox now. Good luck with that. That would be funny, though. Yeah, and one thing I was actually so surprised about is I went into the Jurassic World cartoon, like, thinking I was not gonna like it, and it's actually really good. I haven't finished it. I've just watched the first season and then almost half of the second season because Netflix is broken on my TV. I mean, I like it, but you. Yeah, see, even someone who doesn't like dinosaurs likes the Jurassic World cartoon on Netflix. You know, it's a good cartoon. It just is. And I know a lot of people argue about it and a lot of people don't like it, but I like Disenchantment. I'd say give it a try. At least watch the first couple of episodes. It's actually really good. Yeah, probably will. I mean, Netflix is broken, so I actually have to go in the other room to watch it on a different TV, and that's hard to do because during the day there's usually someone watching that TV, and then at night I have to deal with Oreo barking and Charlie trying to push the door open, and now Shane's loose again at night, so he tries to get in there too. So it's just complicated to watch Netflix unless I watch it on my tablet or my phone, which is just annoying to me. I hated having to watch Supernatural on my tablet, but for a while I didn't have a choice because CW app wasn't available on my smart TV, which seems dumb to me, especially since it's available on the other person's smart TV that's a different brand. I might. There's still a lot that I haven't watched. I know. Still haven't finished Star Wars Rebels yet. And I haven't started the Bad Batch. I will eventually. It's just, like I've said, my TV is so messed up. The volume's broken. Netflix is broken. Some days it won't load Hulu. It usually loads Disney Plus, though. I don't know why it doesn't work for Netflix and Hulu half the time when it always works for Disney Plus and YouTube. It's just weird. And then the volume is kind of just stuck. But yeah, right now I've just been watching a lot of YouTube because my stupid TV. I'm honestly thinking that when I get my check in November, I might end up going to spend the whole check on a new TV. I don't really want to do that, but I need a new TV. And I would prefer to have one that's the same size as mine, which it's not super cheap. Honestly thinking if I'm gonna have to get a new one, I might get the same brand as the other person has because I know it also has the CW app and it can have everything else I need. Like, I don't know why mine doesn't have the CW app. It seems so weird to me that it doesn't, but that's like the only thing it doesn't have. This thing even gets iHeartRadio and Spotify, but it can't get the CW app. Why? I kind of just prefer the smart TV because I don't have a DVD player anymore, and I don't want to use my PS4 for Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus, and I also don't want to use my Switch for all of that. So, smart TV, better choice, at least for me. Like, I usually, especially on days when I'm depressed, I spend so much time watching TV when I'm not busy doing other stuff. And half the time when I am doing other stuff, I just have the TV on in the background. Plus, I do like that my smart TV doesn't put out very much heat because it is already hot in here because the air conditioner is not big enough for this house. But yeah, at this point, I have had this TV for a while. Like, I've had this TV since before I started streaming, so, what, 4 years? Which is not that long, but I don't know how long smart TVs are supposed to last. This one's just, like, deciding to quit slowly over time. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna put this bird in a cryopod. Come on, bird. I wonder if Matt even remembers he has that bird. Sure. If you don't want it, sure. I'll take free stuff. Okay, you have to be in the house and on neutral to guard us from potential invaders, because apparently animals spawn in buildings and show up and kill everybody. At least that's what admin are convinced is what happened to me. But on my screen it just said I died. It didn't show a reason. Just put my sandwich in the fridge. You guys want to see Matt's makeover? He has pink hair now. I was gonna be nice and give him blue hair, but like he keeps vandalizing my pixel art, so he has pink hair now. Should I give him pink armor too? Yeah, but he doesn't like pink. Do I have enough pink dye for this? Oh, didn't mean to turn that on. I have magenta. I don't have pink. And I don't remember how to make pink. Why am I taking all the colors out? I don't need to do that. Okay, I think if I leave the red the white and I want to say gunpowder. It might make pink. It made pink! Here we go. I'll just leave that running for a little bit. I have to temporarily steal his clothes. Should they just be solid pink or like pink and white? Or pink and black? I'm thinking the pink fur might actually look nice, so I might make a set for myself later that's all black with pink fur. The fur armor. Okay guys, here's our story. If Matt asks, Richie did this. I don't know how Richie managed to get... Oh wait, Richie actually owns a PS4. Best person to blame this on, because he's one of the few friends of Cyber that has a PS4. I don't think Mario has one. So yes, we blame this on Richie. course he did. I don't know who Taco Man is. Is all the charcoal gone? Okay, it is. That's the problem. Excuse me, stick bug. There we go. I figured, okay, I'll do a prank, but I'll also do something nice while I'm doing that prank. Now he has a blue and white dinosaur costume. And blue and white dye to fix his armor. I would have also given him a pair of scissors, but I'm too lazy to make them. I'll do that later. Actually, I am not sure what color this Ferox is. It's very hard to tell. I'm not sure if it's white, blue, or lavender. I think it might be light blue. But I know it's got some blue on its back, and then the red feet. And then I think that's dark blue or black. I think it might be white. It looked lavender before on Ragnarok, but some of the lighting is not great in Ark. How you doing, Alpha Slayer? Okay, Alpha Slayer, I'm gonna, like, take some of your berries for my Ferox. Alpha Slayer had a lot of berries. Alpha Slayer has like 1 billion berries. Look at this. She is fine. Give you a little more health since you like to fight things. I actually had a funny moment happen on here. It was actually when Whisper was gonna color the Shadowmanes for me. I had the 6 Shadowmanes out that I wanted colored, because she had offered to do some for me because I had just had some colored when I lost them to the glitch. But so she had offered to paint some for me, and then I figured, okay, I'll ask her to, the limit's supposed to be 4, but I'll ask her to just paint 6 of them. I'll pay for as many as I can. And then I had the 6 laid out, 6 set out over here, and Kanan's over here. Kanan I did not want colored specifically. He is like almost all purple with a little bit of black. And Alpha Slayer's over here by the replicator. And something attacks. Alpha Slayer runs off to the edge of the dino leash over here, and she's fighting it. All 7 of these Shadowmanes run over there, and before they can get there, Alpha Slayer has killed whatever it was. She didn't need their help. She killed an alpha. She killed an alpha T-Rex. What Stego kills an alpha T-Rex? Apparently Alpha Slayer does. We haven't found her a boyfriend yet, though. No male Stego has been worthy yet. I'm actually a little upset. Mad Dog was supposed to be taming us a max level male for her, and he has not gotten back to us on any progress yet. So I guess he decided not to, or he forgot, or he's just not playing anymore because his base is empty and I haven't seen him. Oh, that's the generator making all that noise. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I was gonna stream on Twitch tonight, but I gotta wash dishes and I'm hungry. Oh, I'm actually being messaged by an admin. I think the area I have picked out is fine to build in. If not, then I'll just go down to the cliff under it because there's no path there. But yeah, as long as it's not too hot, I might try to stream Fortnite a little early tomorrow. Because I did buy both of the packs that give the V-Buck challenges. Because I bought the new one that they released tonight, and then I figured if I'm gonna have to do challenges for them anyway, I might as well go ahead and buy the other one, because I was gonna buy it anyway. I was just waiting for a good time to. But yeah, my stomach's growling, so I should probably go find some food. It's been a difficult day. I basically just had some cheesy mashed potatoes for dinner. And before that I had most of a leftover hamburger from yesterday and some chips for breakfast. Yesterday I had a package of crackers and a burger all day. The day before I think I had two sandwiches and maybe something before the sandwiches, but I don't remember what. And the day before that I had a sandwich that I made and then a sandwich from Subway, and that's all I ate all day. And I was given chicken for dinner. It's just family member was on the phone with my uncle and he was kind of yelling about a bunch of stuff, and I got stressed out and I was like, yeah, I can't eat right now. And that was before I had eaten any of my chicken, so I just ate potatoes for dinner. And my headache's back. Yeah, I usually prefer homemade food, but that day, I knew they were getting fast food, and I didn't really feel like cooking, so Subway. Been trying to cut back on the fast food and junk food lately. Not eating as many chips, not eating as much candy, I guess. And yeah, usually when we're getting something out to eat, I'll try to ask for Subway. But sometimes I just want some chicken nuggets. And usually when I get fast food, lately, I just get chicken nuggets. I don't even get a meal in most places, just chicken nuggets. Just another person to add to your list of people to fight. I feel like you have 5 or 6 now that I know about. Yeah, I know there's at least one person on that list that I would definitely help you fight. Although maybe not right now, because knowing that person, they're probably not following guidelines for the pandemic. I believe the first person to ever get banned from my Discord. Their name starts with an N, and it's your enemy. Yes, Muffin. Yes, you are. You totally are. Probably true. I am pretty sure at this point, since I have not seen him back in Xylo's streams, I honestly think one of his other mods saw my Twitter message about him and just banned him. And yeah, that's always a possibility. Or he got caught. That's also a possibility. Or Karma found him. Karma might have found him. Isn't he also in Australia? Yeah. Two most likely things I could see that happened were, like I said, there's a few, but like I said, either one of the other mods read back my message and went back and deleted and went back and banned him, or maybe Xylo didn't read the message right the first time and went back and did it after he read it again, or a guy got caught. Or he saw that I was trying to get him banned and just decided to back off before he actually did get banned. That too. Good job. But yeah, like I said, I should probably go get something to eat, and I gotta wash dishes, and I have a headache again, because it came back. It never fully went away, but it did ease up a lot for a few days, and then it's back today, almost as bad as it was last week, when it first started. I still don't know what's causing it, and it's worrying me, but I think it'll be fine. This isn't the first time this has happened. It just takes time for it to go away. Part of it is probably not from eating enough, or probably from not eating enough, but I can't help it if I'm not hungry. Like, for a couple of days I just forgot to eat because I didn't feel hungry. Oh, actually yesterday, after I ate the burger, I did end up eating some gluten-free Oreos. So I did eat more, a little more than I thought. I tried pretty much everything to get rid of the headache. I tried eating a little bit more when I could, drinking more water, tried caffeine, was taking Tylenol and it didn't help, ran out of Tylenol, tried ibuprofen, that didn't help either. Tried an allergy pill thinking maybe it was my allergies, that didn't help. started taking my vitamins again, but that's mostly just because I felt horrible since I stopped taking them. So far, nothing's really helped it. Try sleeping. Sleeping makes it worse. Part of it could be stress, but I actually haven't been as stressed out last week or two. Yeah, probably should, but don't have any way to get there. And still don't have insurance. Which in some cases, if it's not an immediate emergency, a doctor won't even see you if you don't have insurance. Which is crazy, but it's just how it is sometimes. And I still think it's crazy how a person who makes a decent amount of money can't afford health insurance for 3 people. But that's also just how it works, I guess. Yeah, pretty much. Basically the only reason that 2 of us aren't in trouble for not having health insurance is because something to do with our Native American tribe. Yep. But like I said, it is crazy how a person who makes a decent amount of money literally still cannot afford health insurance for a family of 3. Because it's like $300 and something a week. Which would probably be fine if the other 2 people were healthy enough to work. Which they aren't. But the person makes too much money to get help. That's the crazy part. They make too much money to get help. Financial help from the government. But they don't make enough money to be able to afford insurance for 3 people. So we're just like stuck in the middle. And yeah, that's kind of ridiculous, you know? Imagine how bad it is for people with big families that only 1 or 2 people in those families work because the rest are all too young to work. Or the rest are just too lazy to get up and get jobs. Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot until just now. Another update on my cousin. I try not to say his name, and usually I try to keep as little information off of most of his information off of my channel, so like the rest of my family doesn't get upset that I'm talking about him. But at this point I don't think they're gonna care. I really don't. The way he's been acting and I'm almost positive that it's all fake to try to keep himself out of prison. But he tells my uncle he had already told his mom and his stepdad and his siblings that he's a god. They can't throw him out. Now he's back living with my uncle, who's not his dad, by the way. It's both of our uncle. But he tells our uncle that he's a god. He controls the wind, except in that neighborhood, because the wind hates that neighborhood. So, and he has a place to stay. He has a computer. He has a PlayStation 4. He has a TV. They have an air conditioner. This man tells our uncle he's gonna go sleep, he's gonna go take a nap under an overpass because it's too loud in the house with the air conditioners on and their internet got turned off last night. Just literally in the middle of the day, tells our uncle, I'm gonna go sleep under an overpass on the street because our air conditioner's too loud. I don't know if he's actually lost his mind or if he is really just playing this up to try to keep himself from going to prison. I don't know what to think anymore. And I wouldn't be laughing if I actually thought he was losing his mind. I do not think he is. But I really don't know for sure. It just seems like it's a pretty convenient time for him to start snapping, right? When he's got one of his last trials coming up. Yep, he just suddenly became the god of the wind, you know, out of nowhere. Honestly, he was probably drunk when he said this, and he was probably drunk when he went off to go sleep under an overpass. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he didn't, like, get mugged or something worse. But, well, no, he quit even paying his lawyer. That's part of the problem. And that's why he knows that once they have the final trial, he's probably going to prison. Because he quit paying his lawyer because he was using his girlfriend's money to pay the lawyer, and the girlfriend he sent his girlfriend away, and because he thought that was his trial that time, and he thought it was the last time, but it wasn't. So now he has still more court dates coming up, but he thought he was going to prison that day, so he sent his girlfriend away. And now she found someone else, and she's happy and doesn't want to come back because it was a horrible relationship. And neither one of them was happy, but neither one of them seemed to want to get out of it. Yeah, I never really got along with her, but honestly, them not being together is probably the best thing for both of them. And maybe if she's with the right person, eventually she can actually get custody of her daughter back. But yeah, it just, from the outside, it seemed like neither one of them were actually happy in that relationship. I know, she had a tendency to get physical and hit him, just when they were fighting. He, didn't want her to be away from him, and he actually eventually wouldn't go get a job because he didn't want to be away from her. At one point, he actually ended up losing a job because he was making her stay in the car with him, or stay in the car in the parking lot at where he worked. So, like, it was not a good relationship. And I know none of my family really liked her, and she did have some mental health issues, but the main problem was the fact that we didn't like her had nothing to do with her health issues. It was the fact that she was hitting him, and he was raised not to hit a girl, even if she's hitting you, so he wouldn't hit her. Or he wouldn't even push her away, he'd just let her hit him. And I have no idea what exactly happened, but I know a couple of times she actually had some of my family members threaten to call the cops on her. Like, I think this happened 3 times with 3 different people. I know it happened when they were living with us, because my cousin had actually gotten into a fight with another family member, and they ended up actually punching each other, and that, I believe, is when my old bed got broken. Because during the fight, I think one of them got pushed back onto the bed and it broke. I believe that was also the day that the hole was put in the wall and my Nicki Minaj poster, because one of them had like slammed the door open and the doorknob went right through the poster and right through the wall. Because they were staying in the room that was mine before I had moved to the bigger room. But because I was going back and forth moving certain things, I hadn't moved all my stuff, and then while they were there, I couldn't go in the room to get my stuff because he didn't want anyone in the room with her. So yeah, it was all kind of ridiculous. But like the night that fight happened was when another family member had threatened to call the cops on them if they didn't leave our property right then. I know he thinks he's smarter than he actually is. Like, I mean, he's a fairly smart guy, but I don't think he's as smart as he thinks he is. And that ended up being his problem, because he thought he could get away with like scamming the lottery, and it didn't work out. And then now he's thought, you know, I'll just act crazy and they won't put me in prison, they'll put me somewhere else. But it hasn't worked, because he's actually seen therapists and the therapists say he's fine. Although he hasn't seen the therapist again since he started claiming that he's the god of wind. And now, as far as I know, he doesn't have a lawyer, because he can't afford to pay the lawyer, because he won't get up and try to find a job. No, he's taking naps under overpasses. So yeah, we really don't know anymore. If he ever talks to me again, I'll be sure to let him. Let him know you guys will be his lawyers for free. But this is the same cousin who, like, didn't talk to me for 2 or 3 years, and anytime anyone would say anything about it to him, he would just say that I hated him, even though that was never said. But then again, he also tried to claim that me and his mom were talking bad about him over texts, and I had the text for proof. Like, I don't delete texts, because I know how some of my family are. Like, I was even at their house on my birthday, and his sister tells him that it's my birthday, and he just looks around and walks out of the room like nothing happened. Like, no one said anything. And this is the same cousin who has actually lived in the same house with me like 4 times over our lives. And he just chose not to tell me happy birthday because he wanted to pretend that I hated him. And still, actually, to this day, this stuff started in 2016, and to this day he will barely speak to me, and I have never done anything to him. Even during the time that they were fighting in our house, I didn't say anything to him. I was having a panic attack trying to calm the dog down during the whole fight. And like, the only conversation that had happened between me and his mom that day were literally just the facts that had happened. Like, we were explaining what happened that night. Because this was like the next day, I think. And like I said, this happened in 2016. And I believe it happened like towards the end of summer. And it was that year, I believe, also that he ignored me on my birthday. And despite all that, I still ended up buying him and his girlfriend Christmas presents, like, every year. Speaking of that, I actually do right now owe 2 of my cousins Christmas gifts, because they did end up giving me gifts for Christmas last year, even though we weren't able to do anything. Next time I go to the store, I should just like buy them something and keep it put away for next time. But right now I can't go near them because their mom had COVID and they're still living with her. Oh, also my grandparents were exposed to it again. I think I forgot to talk about that today on Discord. My grandpa comes home from work early. 2 guys at his job tested positive today, and they were at work today before they tested positive. So now they've been exposed to it. And then knowing that they've been exposed to it again, and that my grandpa's saying he doesn't feel well right now. My grandma still tries to get us to ride with her to the store when she was supposed to be in quarantine in her trailer until they both test negative. And you see, this starts to become a bigger issue because if they test positive, I think most of my family knows at this point my grandma has so many health issues. If she tests positive and her symptoms are bad, she may not make it through it. But if she does, they still can't move over here or we have to leave. Because after they've had it, they can still be a carrier. And they're supposed to move over here by September 6th. Or, no, I think they're supposed to move back over here by October 6th, actually. I think they gave them till October. Yeah, I remembered after I said it that like next month is September, and I think they had another month, so yeah. I think it's October 6th. But if they test positive, I don't think these people are legally allowed to throw them out of the trailer. Not if they're still positive by then. Which I'd hope they wouldn't be for a month, but you never know. I know my aunt was sick for like 3 weeks or more. And last thing we heard, she still tested positive. And I think she did finally test negative, but then one of her kids had it. Or 2 of them. 1 or 2 of them tested positive. It's 2. It's her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend both tested positive. Which they both live in the same house. Hi, welcome to the stream. I didn't prank you. You didn't see anything. Isn't that right, little red, white, and blue Ferox? He didn't see anything. I didn't do anything. Richie did it. Richie did it. See? Kylo agrees. Richie did it. He actually looked like he was shaking his head. You're a good cat. See? Richie somehow you see he bought Ark on his PS4 and he somehow hacked his way into our tribe and pranked you and then left. Also, I got us a red, white, and blue Ferox for 15,000 ingots. I haven't named him yet. See? Muffin confirms the story. He saw Richie do it. You agree with us too, right, General Grievous? I think she does. Well, you see, this is the kind of thing, not confirming that I did it, because I totally didn't. It was 100% Richie. But, you see, this is what happens when you change my pixel art again before your PS4 dies. Which I have already been told that you did. You managed to change it again before it quit working. You're Pink Man. You also have short hair now because, for whatever reason, the first time the first time Richie changed your hair color, it like stayed the same length, but then the second time it cut it. Which is confusing and weird. We also still have our Rainbow Shadow mains. They're doing fine. Kylo Ren's doing fine, so is General Grievous. And, I haven't let Milo grow up yet. I will probably tomorrow. Yeah, and apparently I didn't know about it till tonight, because I haven't been on Minecraft again. I was also told you put signs in my panic room. Yeah, I haven't been on there since you did that. Because I didn't know about that either. Oh. Stickbug is fine. I should probably see if Stickbug needs food. Stick bug, do you need... Stick bug needs a lot of food. Okay, there's plenty of food in here, but I'm just gonna throw some on Stick bug in case he runs off. Or she runs off. And good luck on that, by the way. Hopefully you get it back soon. I still have not put a door on this. I have had this built for like 2 months and I still have not put a door on it. No, Muffin's the one that told me. Don't worry, I'll get Muffin. I don't know how yet, but I will. What if I find all 6 of them, Muffin? Do you know how many pranks I can do in 6 bases? Person! And they're talking to me. That's why they're talking to me. They're the only other person online. I found Rex's secret basement. I can find bases. I probably won't look for them, but I could find them. I don't think Matt's okay. Part of his head is in the ground. No blowing up each other's bases. Oh, I had to put a new cryo fridge because we ran out of room in our cryo fridges. Also, if you're still in chat, do you want to see your gift now or wait until your PS4 is back? Because I know where it is. It probably did. I don't think he has a tractor vault, but okay. Now he owns KFC? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I did kind of turn his base into KFC. Dylan just turned into Hank Hill. Just at the end of that. I think you're gonna like it. I haven't named it yet though, but we all know its name. I think it's even a female too. Excuse me, your tail's in the way. It is a female too. Level 377. And it's 4th of July unit. I don't even know how I ended up finding her. I was just running around on a shadow main and then suddenly there's red, white, and blue Rhino. And this was a while after the event had ended. But she was there. Okay, sir. Your tail is just blocking everything. You gotta move. I'd like to move you closer to where we sleep, but there's a grill there, and I don't know if the grill will burn you if someone turns it on, because people have a habit of breaking into our houses and turning all our stuff on. Okay, now I can put her in this one, because I won't lose her. I had her in the cell one specifically, so if you came on before I did, because I had put her in there before your PS4s both broke again. So, like, I had her in the cell one so you wouldn't find her if you got on before I did. Aw, the other person, I was gonna ask if they were selling Ferox, but they left. We gotta find someone else selling a female Ferox, I guess. Maybe even a couple of females. Like, I haven't seen that many people selling Ferox, so if we get a couple of, manage to find a couple of females, we'll probably make quite a bit off of them. Hopefully we'll actually be able to grab a bunch of tames around Halloween with Halloween colors. Sorry, I got so quiet. I had a sharp pain in my sides and I couldn't move for a second. Well, if it's anything to do with my lungs, they're gonna say the same thing they said last time. They can't find anything. Then just send me home with ibuprofen. That is literally what they did last time. And considering where the pain is, it's probably from my lungs. Yeah, I know. Hopefully when I finally get to go see a doctor, this one actually believes me when I say I'm in pain. Because honestly, the one I went to before didn't really seem like they believed me. Which I guess you could argue that they kind of have to be skeptical sometimes, but like also I was 17 years old and saying it was hurting to breathe and this doctor didn't believe me. Actually, I don't even think I was 17 yet. I think I wasn't. My 17th birthday was the next week. Or later that week. Because that's when 2 of my cousins came to spend a few days there. And one of them laid on me. And she was laughing and I told her she needed to get off of me. It's not funny. I was literally in the hospital. Went to the hospital a few days ago. Because it was hurting to breathe. I think you might will take 100% of the profit. Or whatever he's asking for. I don't know, I feel like we can't stop him if he's gonna take Muffin. Alright, I need to end this stream though. I've already been streaming for 3 hours. Like I said, I gotta wash dishes. I need to get something to eat. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to anyone who subscribed. I think Matt missed the new story about my cousin, so I'll have to tell him about that when he gets his PS4 back. Over here. Your head's in the ground, but you're over here. I've actually been staying over here too, because so far I haven't had any problem with glitches over here. It was just over by the bed. Like, I glitched in the ground under here. Like right in this corner. And lost everything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What Dylan said. He's also sleeping under an overpass because it's quieter and because the air conditioner at their house is too loud. That's his reasoning for leaving the perfectly fine house to go sleep under an overpass. Does anybody want to trade families? And does anybody want a free cat? It won't stop screaming. I don't even know why it's screaming this time. I know they have food. Sorry about the yawn. What are you gonna trade me for the cat? And would you like to throw Oreo into that trade? How about this? You take Oreo and the cat's free. Although Oreo and the cat don't really get along that well. He was in a mood today. He kept chasing the cat. Kept trying to bite her. Growled at me, scratched me, barked at me when I told him no, to leave the cat alone. And my other dogs, one ran out of the kennel when I tried to give them water, and the other got his head stuck between the door and the side of the kennel and started squealing. He wasn't hurt, he just freaked out, and he starts making this really loud, high-pitched squeal noise. Yeah, anyway, I need to end this stream. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to anyone who subscribed. Hopefully, I will see you guys tomorrow for another stream. Or I guess I could say later today, because it's 5 minutes till midnight now. Alright. Good night, everybody.